जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी। गोपी जना वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। यशोदनंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरावनचारी। जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Can you close that door, please? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody, loudly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. जय राधा गोपीनाथ राधा गोपीनाथ राधे। जय प्रभुपदा 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 जय प्रभुपदा। हाय गौर प्रेमानंदे श्री श्री राधा गोपीनाथ भगवान की जय। श्री श्री गौर निताई की जय। श्री श्री गिरिधारी गोपाल की जय। श्री श्री राधा गोपीजन वल्लभ की जय। श्री श्री जनार्दन स्वामी की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। हरे कृष्णा। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Ruttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Welcome to all of you. Srimad Bhagavatam class of Saturday morning, 20th September. We are reading today from Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 9th chapter and 10th verse. Anya pratartha karana nishi nishayana Nana manoratha dhiya kshana bhagna nidraha Daivahatartha rachana rishayopi deva Yushmat prasanga vimukha iha samsaranti Anya pratartha karana nishinishayana Nana manoratha dhiya kshana bhagna nidraha Daivahatartha rachana rishayopi deva Yushmat prasanga vimukha iha samsaranti Anya pratartha karana nishinishayana Nana manoratha dhiya kshana bhagna nidraha Daivahatartha rachana rishayopi deva Yushmat prasanga vimukha iha samsaranti Nana kshana Vishayopi Deva. Anhi, Anhi, during the daytime. Apruta, engaged. Artha, distressing engagement. Karanaha, senses. Nishi, at night. Shayanaha, insomnia. Nana, various. Manorath, mental speculations. Dhiya, by intelligence. Kshana, constantly. Bhagna, broken. Nidraha, sleep. Daiva, superhuman. Ahata artha, frustrated. Rachanaha, plans. Rishyaha, great sages. Api, also. Deva, O my Lord. Yusmat, your lordships. Prasanga, topic. Vimukaha, turn against. Iha, in this material world. Samsaranti, do rotate. Translation, such non-devotees engage their senses in very troublesome, extensive work, and they suffer insomnia at night because of their intelligence constantly breaks their sleep with various mental speculations. They are frustrated in all their various plans by supernatural power. Even great sages, if they are against your transcendental topics, they must rotate in this material world. So we are reading the third part of the purport, very beautiful and long, elaborate purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam na vai vidur rishayo napi devaha na siddha mukhya asura manushyaha kuto nividyadhara charanardyaha Swayambhurna Narada Shambhuhu Kumaraha Kapilo Manumanuhu Prallado Janako Bhishmo Balirvya Vaiyasakir Vayam Dvadashaite Vijananimo Dharmaha Bhagavan Bhataha Mutaha Guhyam Vishuddham Durbodham Yam Jnatva Mrutam Ashnute. Very famous and important sloka of Srimad Bhagavatam. Anuvad. The principles of religion are initiated by Supreme Personality of Godhead and no one else, including the sages and demigods. They cannot manufacture any such principles. Since even great sages and demigods are unauthorized to inaugurate such principles of religion, what to speak of others, the so-called mystics, demons, human beings, Vidyadharas and Charanas living in the lower planets? 12 personalities, Mahajanas, Brahma, Narada, Lord Shiva, Kumara, Kapiladev, Manu, Prahlad Maharaj, Janak Maharaj, Bhishma, Bali, Shukadev Goswami, and myself, that means Yamraj, are agents of the Lord, authorized to speak and propagate the principles of religion. Bhagavatam, 6th canto, 3rd chapter, 19th to 20 to 21 verse. Note it down. 6.3.19, 20, 21. The principles of religion are not open to any ordinary living entity. They are just to bring the human being onto the platform of morality, non-violence, etc. They are necessary for misguided persons because unless one is moral and non-violent, one cannot understand the principles of religion. To understand what is actually religion is very difficult, even if one is situated in the principles of morality and non-violence. It is very confidential because as soon as one is conversant with the real principles of religion, is at once liberated to the eternal life of bliss and knowledge. Therefore, one who is not situated in the principles of devotional service to the Lord should not pose himself as religious leader of the innocent public. The Ishopanishad emphatically forbids this nonsense in the following mantra. Andham tamaha pravishyanti ye shambhutim upasate tato bhuyayvate tamo yau sambhutayam rataha. Ishopanishad, shlok number 12. A person in ignorance of the principles of religion, who therefore does nothing in the matter of religion, is far better. I repeat again. A person in ignorance of principles of religion, who therefore does not do anything in the matter of religion, is far better than a person who misguides others in the name of religion without reference to the factual religious principles of devotional service. Such so-called leaders of religion are sure to be condemned by Brahma and other great authorities. Hare Krishna. Umagyanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupak Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Brinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So, this verse is a graphic description of the people in the material world who are not devotees. And even devotees who are not that focused in bhakti but are too much into material achievements, for them also the purport of Prabhupada is very relevant, extremely relevant. At many places Srila Prabhupada writes, foaming at the mouth. So many times he mentions, while pursuing our life and goals in material world, people foam at mouth. And still they continue and continue. So, three main points are discussed here. That the principles of religion are only initiated by the Lord through the main 12 people. Second point is mentioned here, that even rishis and sages, saintly people also, they are not, if they are not focused on the principles of religion, then they also are not authorized. And they also will rotate in the cycle of birth and death, even though they are posing to be great saintly people. And the third point which is mentioned here is that if people lead others in religion without having any root or foundation of religious principles, they also will go to hell. See, our sampradaya and our philosophical understanding is extremely crystal clear. There is no confusion. If we just read what Srila Prabhupada wrote, you will have no confusion about anything in life. Mainly, various spiritual paths that are available in the world today. Now, after the opening of social media, there is a big mall, virtual mall, where you can, go and shop, and you can get very nicely confused, and you will have many hundreds of questions. What about that person? What about this sampradaya? What about this philosophy? What about that? So, that is why we need to be fixed in bhakti. In our own philosophy, we should be nishthavan, we should be faithful and loyal to our lineage. Then we will all make progress very nicely. In our medical science, it is explained that when the baby is in the womb and the mother is full term, the baby is rotating round and round and round in the fluid, in the uterus. But till the head is fixed, the process of delivery does not start. And the time period goes away, the mother is worried, everybody is worried. And they will see sonography and they'll say, the head is not yet fixed. Sometimes they maneuver for the head to get fixed. But till the head is fixed on the passage of delivery, the delivery does not even start, what to speak of getting completed. So similarly, we may be spiritual, we may be religious, we may be moral, we may be ethical, we may be ahimsak, non-violence principle, and we may be good people. But unless and until we get fixed in one path of devotional service, our deliverance from the material world does not take place. We may be from any walk of life, any walk of education, any walk of intelligence, but we need to get fixed. And that the decision making of getting fixed or the choice of getting fixed is with all of us as human beings. That independence and the right and the knowledge and intelligence is given to all of us. Even a fool can make a decision. Okay, I want to go to this temple and eat prasadam and serve there and chant Hare Krishna. Or the greatest intelligent man can keep on speculating and will not go to anything and just keep on like the fetus which is rotating in the amniotic fluid. So what is important is to have a firm foundation in bhakti. I went to many temples during the festival season of Radhashtami and Janmashtami and all. And a subtle question keeps coming up regularly, including last year also. That there are so many big Maharajs and Babas on internet now, very, very famous. And all our people in India are now their followers. They're doing great job of inspiring people. And our devotees are also following them, and then they are getting distracted and they feel that, in our ISKCON temples, we talk only about year after year we talk about only one thing: you are not this body, you are spirit, soul. What about the rasa? What about the lila? What about Vrindavan Dham, nectar? Where are we going to get it? So many people who are also inmates in temple are simply bewildered. वो कहते हैं ना कि when you are in love with somebody, you are in India, but your heart is in America, or you are in Delhi, but your heart is in Mumbai. I mean, you are physically somewhere, your mind is somewhere, your consciousness is somewhere. So like that, many people who are inmates in temple also are thinking, why am I here? I like that very much, but what to do? It's like, so our hard disks are filled with the lectures of so many people. This happens only because we have not dived deep into our ocean of wisdom. I can tell in one line to you. Only one line is enough. Because we have now dived deep in the ocean of our wisdom, of our sampradaya, of our acharyas, we go shopping outside. Because we have not explored the culinary, we say, what your wife and mother can cook at home. We have not explored. If you go to hotel, we go to this hotel, that hotel, and we say, where you get this, there you get that, there you get that. You may get everything in other hotels, but satisfaction you will not get. Stability you will not get. The satiety that we call in medical language, that you will not get. That you will get only at home. And it may not be esoteric and extravaganza. It may be simple, but it will touch your heart. So let me tell you few things. That when we say that there is no rasa, we are not getting any rasa. After 20 years, 30 years also we are only hearing same thing in Bhagavatam class. Without fail, you are not this body, you are spirit soul. Krishna is Supreme Personality of God. I have heard it enough times. What about the next thing? So you read Chaitanya Charitamrita. What Shukdev Goswami could not speak in Bhagavatam, it is there in Chaitanya Charitamrita. In detail about Radharani and Gopis and Krishna's pastimes with Radharani, Vrindavan pastimes, Braj pastimes, intimate pastimes, everything is there. If you want to go further, read Nectar of Devotion. Nectar of Devotion is Radharani herself. Srimad Bhagavatam is Krishna herself. And because Radharani is in the heart of Srimad Bhagavatam, without mentioning Radharani's name, talks about Radharani only. But indirectly. But Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is direct Radharani. Her whole personality, her own thought process, her activities, her principles of existence, of her own life is Nectar of Devotion. And you read Nectar of Devotion, all the rasa discussions are there in that. Love in anger, love in depression, love in so many variety of emotions, all are explained in detail with citing examples. Prabhupada is giving so beautiful purports. Rupa Goswami is so vivid in giving his purports. Then further not satisfied, I think even Srimad Bhagavatam is full of rasa. And Srila Prabhupada is giving such beautiful purports of Srimad Bhagavatam where you will get the rasa. There is no dearth of rasa. What is lacking is research, sincerity, in-depth diving and studying. And you are still not satisfied after studying everything. You have Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami's Govinda Lilamrita. You have Jiva Goswami's simple book called Gopal Champu. You have Kavi Karnapur's Anand Vrindavan Champu. These are all our sampradayas, our book. And you are really going to PhD, there is Ujjwal Nilamadi. Rupa Goswami is talking about wonderful pastimes of Radha and Krishna. Krishna Bhavanamrut is there, Krishna Karnamrut is there. So there is no end. You can be a graduate, you can be a postgraduate, and you can be a doctorate into all these books. And in one lifetime, you cannot complete all the books given by our Goswamis. Recently, in one satsang, I heard that all the questions that you may have in current situation or in the future are answered in Shad Sandarbhas by Jiva Goswami. Whatever possible questions ever may arise in your heart are much beforehand answered by Jiva Goswami in Shad Sandarbhas. So, what makes us advance in bhakti is our loyalty to one particular pathway that we call as sampradaya. As a medical student, I can't go to 4 colleges, 1 class here, 1 class there, 1 lecture there, 1 ward there. In this operation theatre, I go there to learn. Even if I do that, my examination sanction or approval comes from my college only, where I am registered as a medical student. I may go to that hospital's clinic and attend some wonderful lecture which somebody is giving there. But the hall ticket and the exam approval will be given by your college where your name is registered in the university. So your, in one sense, deliverance happens through your college, not by other colleges. You are a visitor there. You are a guest over there. Here you are at home. So we are in Srila Prabhupada's home. Please understand. Srila Prabhupada is there in our life every single moment, not any single day. If you want that. If you don't want that, anyway Maya is there every moment with you. There's nothing to doubt about. She is always there to take care of you. We choose to give her up and go to Prabhupada. And if we want Prabhupada, like we say, Jethe Zatho Tete Tu Maza Sangati, Srila Prabhupada can accompany you every moment of life. That is why that box has come up. Divine sound. Huh? What do you call it? Kathamruta, Amrutvani, something is there. Srila Prabhupada's 4,800 lectures. Every day, every moment, Prabhupada can be with you, guiding you, answering your queries at that moment of life. You hear him and you will see. You read his purports in his books and you will see your questions will be answered, whatever doubts you have. That is why we need to be fixed in our path of bhakti. Another very good point which is mentioned here, first which is mentioned over here, no one has right to do any or create any principles of religion. We have one terminology called Muni. Who is called Muni? He comes up with his own thing, which is not there available. And because he has his own thing, he is called Muni. He propagates his own thought process. But Muniism will not take you back to Godhead. Please understand. Muniism will make you famous in the world. You can be in the controversy. You can be in discussion on social media. You can be trolled. All these things can happen. You will get your many hits on your videos, or you will get many followers, millions of followers. But that will not take you anywhere in spiritual life. What will take you ahead in spiritual life is following the established principles established by your acharyas. That will take us further. Nothing else will take us further. And for that, the topmost personality is Sri Krishna himself. But he also authorizes some people. So that is where Yamaraj is telling in 6th canto that these are the 12 people, Brahma, Adi, 12 Mahajanas. And they are being fully empowered by the Lord to propagate the same principles of religion which Krishna has established. And these personalities do not add or subtract or manipulate or distort it. They just present it as it is. That's why they are Mahajanas. And you see there are many grahasthas in that. Manu is a grahastha, Bhishmadev is a grahastha, Janak Maharaj is a grahastha, Prahlad Maharaj is a grahastha, and some are sannyasis also. Bhishmadev is brahmachari, but in the so-called opulent life, not in the sadhu dress, mendicant dress. So there is no distinction that a grahastha cannot be a sincere, bona fide, genuine devotee. Only sannyasis, brahmacharis can be. Or only brahmacharis are, grahastha cannot be, or only grahastha can be, brahmacharis cannot be. No. This is concerning with the soul, not with the external dress or ashram. And one point to note here, that Yamaraj is talking about it, but he says in the end, Vayam, Balir Vayasaki Vayam. So there is a nice etiquette. It is taking his name in the end. What we do? Myself and 3 others are coming with you to Vrindavan. But a gentleman who is spiritual will write 1, 2, 3 and myself will come to Vrindavan. Anytime you see, materialistic people will mention their name first and others joining with them later on. But this is spirituality. That means you keep yourself always last. In fact, actually speaking, he means is my lowly self. He is also one of the authorities. But he is not hiding it. He is humble enough and honest enough to tell that I am also one of them. But my lowly self, last one. Which we have to draw some inspiration from that. In the material world, everybody is trying to put oneself ahead of everybody. Mentioning, talking, discussing, glorifying. I am the first, I am the one, I am the one, I am the one. As soon as you become a devotee, you start degrading in one sense and putting everybody in front. Encouraging everybody to be ahead of you. Push them from behind or support them from behind and remain the last. Including when there is prasadam distribution, let everyone take, I will come in the end. Let sweet go over, but I will take in the end. Let everybody take. Let me stand in the line humbly, although I am a big authority in this institution. I will follow the rules and regulations. I will not take privileges unless emergency. I will not misuse my authority. because I am an inmate or I am the authority, I am the position holder, office bearer. The spiritual life means keeping oneself the last. And one who is in the last, in the material world, nobody looks at him. But in the spiritual life, Krishna looks at him first. Who is keeping himself last? Because spiritual life is exactly opposite the material life. All considerations of material life are exactly opposite the considerations of spiritual life. And it's very wonderful actually. In the material world, if you become humble, then people exploit you. People ruin you. People crush you. So we are sometimes scared. I can't be too humble because, I will be exploited for sure. But in the spiritual life, moment you become humble, people notice you. And they start glorifying you. And more than that, Krishna notices you and he bestows all the mercy upon you. Many times we have heard the essence of spirituality is humility. If everything is there in spirituality but humility is not there, spirituality is incomplete. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't attract the heart. It may attract the brain. Your eloquence, your intelligence, your knowledge of scriptures can impress the brain, but will not touch the heart and cause parivartan in your heart. It's a very nice thing. Brahmaji is saying, Vaiyasakir Vayam, my lowly self. In the purport also, Srila Prabhupada writes that, morality and non-violence are not great things. They are basic foundation of a human life. In fact, we also heard many times in our initial days pravachans that 4 regulatory principles that we follow, they bring us to human platform from animal platform. Ahara, Nidra, Bhaya, Maithun is the animal platform, which we also have these 4 items in us. But when we follow the 4 regulatory principles, we begin to become human beings. And when we become true human beings, then bhakti can begin. Spirituality can take root. On the platform of breaking all the 4 regulatory principles, spirituality can arrive but will not take root. There are people who eat meat and chant Hare Krishna. There are people, they feel that I am doing not harm to anybody. I am good to everybody. Kisi ka bura nahi kiya kabhi. And that is my principle, that is my philosophy. Don't do bad to anybody, do good to others. That is my spirituality. That is exactly what is condemned over here. Speculative religious principles. So these 4 principles, when we follow sincerely, we create a platform within us to accept spirituality in truth. There are also spirituality in illusion. Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda, Ashtanga Yoga, many pathways are there. All of these pathways are good because they at least bring you to some spiritual understanding. But they don't lead you to the ultimate goal because they are all self-centered. Karma Kanda means what? I want the fruit of my good actions. I am doing good actions. I am not doing any bad actions. I am doing punya karma. I am doing so many things. But I want the credit of that so that I can go and enjoy in heavenly planets. There is a throne in the heart. Everybody has a throne in the heart. And most people are sitting on that throne. Self. So in Karma Kanda, you are on the throne. You are the center of your throne. Then second thing is Jnana Kanda. I don't like anything in the world. I have come to understanding everything is false, everything is miserable, so I want to get moksha. So I follow Jnana Yoga. I develop Vairagya. Same thing. You are on the throne. You want moksha. If Krishna can give me moksha, I am his devotee. If Shiva can give me moksha, I am Shiva's devotee. If Devi can give me, I am Devi's devotee. If Ganesh can give me, I am Ganesh's devotee. I have nothing to do with these people. As long as they help me, I am theirs. And my purpose is fulfilled. Bye-bye, see you. That means in one sense, I use them for my getting further in Krishna consciousness or whatever the path we are following. What is Ashta Yoga or Yoga Marga? I want siddhis. I want to develop mystic powers. I want to develop superhuman powers. So I follow this path. I follow Lord Shiva. I stay in Himalaya. I stay in the cave. I do this yaga. I do this yagya. I chant these mantras. I do the austerities. But the purpose is that I want this mystic power so that I can be a superhuman in my life. Again, on the throne, you are only sitting. But in bhakti, you do everything for the beloved or for the worshipable item. Bhakti is the only item where you are on the center. You get down the throne and you make the Lord sit on the throne. And you do everything for Him. You don't expect any fruits of your action. You don't expect any moksha. You don't expect any mystic perfections. You only want the pleasure of the Supreme or the beloved. It's quite a big shift of paradigm. It takes long time to take self out of the throne. Even though we are following path of Shuddha Bhakti given by Rupa Goswami, still we are sitting on the throne. And Krishna, you can sit next to me, but don't ask me to leave. Let me be next to you. I worship you, but you please don't ask me to leave. But when really we give up ourselves, give up our position on the throne of the heart, get down, let the Lord occupy the whole throne and be our whole and soul master, then the actual bhakti, actual progress in spiritual life begins. At that time we do make some progress, we make some purification, but the real progress, the speed does not take place. What do we say? Bhukti Mukti, what is that? Sakala Ashanta. Bhukti Mukti Siddhi Kami, Bhukti Mukti Siddhi Kami, Sakala Ashanta. Krishna Bhakta Nishkama, Ata Eva Shanta. Because Bhukti has Kama, Mukti has Kama, Siddhi also has Kama. Kama means selfish desires, material desires. But Bhakti means Nishkama, no material desires. And that is why the first symptom before Ananda is Shanta. Sakala Ashanta, all others are Sakala Ashanta. And here, Bhakti, kya I said just now? Bhakti, Bhakta Nishkama, Atayava Shanta. So Prabhupada writes in the purport that all the people in the world, they are working so hard. And they also achieve great things. Not that they don't achieve. Because when you work hard, as per the karma, things improve in life. As per past karma, current karma is equal to the current life of yours. But there is no peace. Very graphically Prabhupada explains. Whole day they work hard and they are so stressed out and so tired. They take shelter of women and wine to release the stress of their tired senses. They cannot sleep because their mind is disturbed with so many ideas and speculations. So the intelligence cannot make them go to sleep. So they are the patients of insomnia. They have to take pills or they have to take alcohol or they have to do so many things. But still they are in insomnia, having lack of sleep. But you see Thakur Bhakti Vinod, what he has not achieved in life. Till today, in the history of last 300 years, not a single Indian or Asian has developed such respect and honor by British people in India in terms of position, authority and opulence and respect and so forth. In material education, he had best of education. He was a magistrate. He wanted to retire, but they didn't want him to retire. He said, no, I'm going to retire. He said, where are you going to retire? Yeah, I'm going to go to Godruma Dweep. What are you going to do there? I'm going to do my own personal spiritual work. No, we have one kacheri, one office very close by to your Godruma. We will draw a railway line from your office door to your house door. We have so much railway network in India. Is it touching anybody's house door? You have to take some walking distance or some rickshaw or something you have to do to reach a railway station. And you have to climb the platform and cross the bridges and go to different platforms. There is no bridge, no platform, nothing. You come out to your house, you straight get in the train. And it takes you straight, not in the big kacheri, many doors are there, no. Right in front of your door of your office. Such respect. Anywhere in the world, till today, in any country, in the history of thousands of years, nobody has been given such honor. Please don't leave. Work. You may work for 4 hours, no problem. So such opulence, such respect, such authority, such power, such wealth. But is this person frustrated? Is so highly worked up that he's taking pills in the night to sleep? Have you ever read that? In fact, he's a grahastha having 10 children. So many responsibilities. And plus, work-wise also, he was such a big magistrate. He had to take 16 hours work, he would do in 4 hours. That means not easy, no? When you want to do 16 hours work in 4 hours, although intelligent you are, but it takes some toll of your brain and energy. But he's found to be writing poetry in the night. How can you write a poetry about the Lord in the night if you are frustrated, tired, exhausted? He's not writing poetry in the night because he's having insomnia. He's writing poetry because his heart is filled with love for the Lord. And he's expressing his heartfelt inner core realizations. That is his expression first, and it is beneficial to the people at large in the world, even today. And he's a grahastha, he has all the responsibilities. Others are sannyasis in our whole Acharya Sampradaya. But the biggest of biggest renunciant, Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj, would walk long distance to go to his house to listen to his discourses, a grahastha person's discourses. And he told his son to go and take Diksha from him, but whoever he has told to take Diksha from, that personality is coming and hearing from his father. You can see the even spiritual situation. Only because Thakur Bhaktivinoda is firmly rooted in the true principles of religion provided by the Mahajanas, Acharyas in Sampradaya, and he has no other motivation. So he's highly busy, highly high professional, everything is high profile, but he's very peaceful, happy, blissful. He says, when I come home, I see I'm entering Golok Vrindavan. My wife is worshipping deities, my children are worshipping deities, household is at service of Krishna. So I feel I'm not entering home, I'm entering Golok Vrindavan. Grihete Goloka Bhai. This is our lineage. And you read his poetries, you'll come to know where there is no rasa. He's also expressed very hard, simplistic realizations of the heart for the benefit of every common human being. But also there are meditations. Gantiya malatir mala dibo dohar gole adhare tuliya dibo karpuratambule. Deeply meditating on serving Radha, Krishna and the gopis personally. Deeply meditating. When we sing also, we also can meditate what is happening there. And so many others are there. So today we will refer, we can talk about the frustrations and shortcomings and so many things of the material world, people who are so called successful. Before that, now I will read one nice poetry written by George Harrison. And George Harrison met Prabhupada and he became a devotee. And then he changed the way of writing songs. In those days, the biggest singers like Beatles and everybody, they also are not only musicians, but they also would write their own poetry. And they will put into the poetry into tune. And then they will make it so gorgeous that the world will start singing the poetry. So he changed his content of poetry into spirituality. My sweet Lord is, I want to meet you, I want to be with you, it's so difficult to be with you. But my Lord, I want to be with you, my sweet Lord, my sweet Lord. And then, Hare Krishna. And all the audience is chanting, Hare Krishna. Making the masses move and sway on the transcendental sound of the holy name. And then he wrote many poetries. Let us meditate on this one line, which really impressed me deeply. We all move around with objectives in mind. We all move around with objectives in mind to become rich or famous with our reputation signed. Just peep in our hearts and see. Although we are bhaktas, trying to be bhaktas, doing sadhana, we still have desire and faith that money will give more happiness. If I progress, it will give me more happiness. It will be favorable for my spiritual life to progress further. If I get this authority, it will be nice. If I earn more money, it will be nice. If I progress in my profession, into my skills, it will be good. Doing that is not bad, but having faith that it will make you happy is bad. Keeping faith in that is not good. You can do all those things because even Arjuna fought a big war to finally become a king with his brothers. But that was not with the faith that will make me happy. They did that because that will please Krishna, and that pleased Krishna, that is why they did that. So that is the difference between the consciousness of a successful man and a devotee. So we all move around with objectives in mind to become rich or famous with our reputation signed. But the few that can reach, it's a fact. Only few can become that what you want to become. Many people want to become the biggest film star, and so many are lined up, ladies and men. But only few at the top they reach and they become millionaires and they become famous and they really become famous. So, but the few that can reach, that means few have reached there. But the few that can reach to this coveted slot, that means a very, very, very special slot where you reach. We call it the cream of the society. They don't escape old age and death creeping through their bodies like a rot. So even though you succeed by your hard work in achieving what you want to achieve, but the old age and death is creeping in your bodies. And whatever you think you have achieved will be taken away from you by the old age and disease and death. This is the power of association of Srila Prabhupada that he received. This is George Harrison's take home by the association that he received by Prabhupada. So that is why it is said the Mahajanas are very important. All the people who follow the Mahajanas are important because they give you the import, the essential import of all the teachings that you need to know in your life so that you can apply and reach Lord. Now, materially speaking, George Harrison was extremely affluent. And naturally, all of them were drug addicts. Why one has to take drugs and do all those nonsense activities and drink alcohol and do so many things after you have achieved what you want to achieve? That is a flaw in material life. Even though you get what you want after your hard labor, still the happiness that you are looking for is not available. That is why after reaching all the heights that you want to reach, still everybody on top are drug addicts. See Michael Jackson also. He was a terrible drug addict. Finally, the doctor only killed him. You take any top people in the material world, they are addicts of all these vices. If all that they did to achieve that position was actually the goal of life, they should have been very peaceful. But no, they are single, they are frustrated, they are lonely, they are depressed, they are drug addicts, and they do all kinds of wrong things like child abuse, women abuse, everything they do. Is this sign of stability or tranquility? No. That is why we need to follow the true principles of religion. And the true principles of religion is bhakti only. No jnana, no karma kanda, no siddha kanda. We have to be convinced about it. It may be lucrative. If somebody does like this and you get completely cured of your cancer, there are people in the world. Go to Himalayas, you will find people. They will give you something and you will get a son. And it's so impressive. I have been suffering from these problems in such a long time. I went to him, he touched me and everything is finished. I would like to get that power and help people. For paropkar, I want to do it. But that is not going to reach you to the Supreme Lord. That is not going to give you the peace of mind that you want. Finally, even if I take me out of the throne of the heart, finally it's me, what I feel, what I go through, what I experience. That will inspire me to go further, even to remain at the bottom of the throne with Krishna on the throne. I need that satisfaction of being there. If I am again unhappy, I want to replace Krishna and sit there. But when you do bhakti, you get, first of all, the simplistic, ordinary benefit of peace first you get. All the anxiety, all the tension, everything goes away. Everything goes away. But we don't remain there. Peace is not the goal of life. You become blissful. You become joyful. And that also is not the end of life, that you become joyful. You will share the joy to everybody in the material world. And see, we will just, a few lines before we close, we will read what happens when you become a devotee. Manasa deho geho, jo kichu mor, arpulin tuva pade, nanda kishore. A materialist cannot say that. My bungalow, my wealth, everything is yours, my Lord. No, everything is my Lord, something I will give you. Something I offered you on Janmashtami, a small donation which is comfortable to me. I don't want to take any pinch also. Manasa deho geho. My mind, my body, my wealth, my home, my Lord, everything is yours. I am also yours, my Lord. Sampade vipade jivane marane. Whether there is a wealth, whether there is no wealth, whether there is poverty or richness, whether there is a sampada means all is good, vipada means something is going wrong, difficulties. My Lord, I always remain yours. I remain at your feet. Whatever happens, I will not give up your feet. Then further thing, Maro bhi rakho bhi jo ichha tohar. You kill me, you keep me, you throw me away, you embrace me, you kick me away. Do whatever you want, my Lord. I will not give you up. Mat prananathastu sa evana paraha. Nityadasa prati tuya adhikara. You have the right to treat me the way you want, my Lord. You can harass me, you can crush me, you can displease me, you can make me unsuccessful, but I will not give up your feet. And then what next? If you want to give me another life, suppose you don't want to take me to Golok Vrindavan, no problem, my Lord. You are the boss. You can do whatever you want. Even if I get a birth of an insect, Kita Janma, at the house of a devotee, eating some remnants thrown by the devotee, I am okay, my Lord. But don't keep me away from you. Not as a human being also. Brahma also says, if not in Vrindavan, any living entity, I can become a pavement block on the way which goes to Vrindavan, out of Vrindavan. Let devotees walk over me, I get their dust on my feet. This is Brahma. Can you imagine the first living entity, the topmost acharya of all sampradayas, they reach Brahma first, before they meet Krishna. So, Kita janma hau yatha tuya das brahir mukha brahma jane nayas. See, this is again connected to this shloka. What is the shloka? That people are becoming big and hard work, but remaining frustrated, taking drugs and insomnia. So because bahirmukha, because they are bahirmukha to Krishna. What do you call? Away from Krishna or vimukha, they're not favorable to Krishna's desires. If I become Brahma, the most successful, most powerful, most authorized person, everything is in the hands of Brahma, such powers he has got. But if that life I get, and if I am bahirmukha to you, I don't want that, my Lord. I want to become an insignificant insect in the house of a Vaishnava, because I'll keep hearing your holy name. I'll prick at some prasadam particle and remain within the vibration of the Vaishnavas. Mukti mukti spruha vihinaya bhakta labaite tanke sai sangha anurakta. I don't want any gratification. I don't want any liberation. I just want to remain with devotees. Always serving devotees. Anurakta means endowed with love for you. Drowned in love for you. I want to remain with your devotees. Bhakti vinoda kaho. Kohe suno ei kanha Radha nata tuhu amara prana mat prana natastu saeva naparaha. So this is the life. And who is talking? Who is speaking this? Who is a multi-millionaire? Who is the most powerful person? most respected by those people who don't respect anybody, Indian or Asian, is that personality. He doesn't have anything less in his life that he needs Krishna to run. He's not Artha, by the way. He's not Artha. He's not Artharthi also. He's a Jnani. He knows everything. He has everything. And in one sense, from material point of view, he doesn't need Krishna. But still, he is offering everything to Krishna. He is remaining at the feet of Krishna. Because he is following the true principles of religion as ordained by Mahajanas, word to word. His life, his breath, Kaya, Vacha, Mane, Shwasa, Hridaya Bindu, Hridaya Spandan, everything is dedicated to Sri Krishna. And that is what the inspiring model we have. And not one, there are many. They are grihasthas, they have children, but they are totally dedicated. Look at Kardam Muni. Look at Bharadwaj Muni. So many Munis are there. Gautam Muni. They are grihasthas. In fact, Gautam Muni also competed in one of the competition to get a most beautiful wife as Ahilya. She was specially made by Brahma in a special effort. After everything was done, he was Pursat mein banaya. And then Gautam Muni was in the race of getting her. He did a trick, spiritual trick, and he got her as a wife. So he is in a grihastha life. But look at him. Is he all time enjoying with that wife? He is simply doing meditation. Look at Jamadagni Rishi. All time doing meditation. So, grihe thako, vanne thako, sada hari bole dako. And when we are either in grihastha or in vanaprastha, what is haunting us? Sukha and dukkha. Who is without sukha and dukkha? So, grihe thako, vanne thako, whether you are in grihastha or virakta, whether you are a grihastha or virakta, keep chanting the holy name. Sukhe dukhe bole nako. Because in both kinds of life, sukha dukkha will follow you. But in both conditions, don't forget, sukhe dukhe bole nako, vadane harinama korore. The highest principle of, true principle of religion in Kali Yuga is chanting the holy name. And when you chant the holy name, all your insomnia, miseries, desires haunting you, frustrations, depressions, loneliness will all go away. Only joy will come in your heart. Joy will come in your heart, flood you with joy. And then whether dukkha is able to drown you and make you miserable, it will not be capable to drown you in misery and suffering. You will be still blissful in the middle of the miseries of your life. You can still have a true smile, effulgent smile blooming from your face, even though you are in the middle of the greatest misery in of life, because of the power of Shuddha Bhakti. And that is what we are given here. We are not given in the midway path, any compromise path. We have been given the highest path. And our sampradaya is supposed to be Krantikari sampradaya, revolutionary. What is the revolution? Ashlishva padaratam pinashtumam is a revolution. You will not get anything in return. But still, you will have the inclination and the force within to give up everything to that person who abandons you, who kicks you away, or he embraces you at his own sweet will. But that willingness and that preparedness is there in the ultimate stage. That makes Krishna also feel that I cannot repay your love. One who is all wealthy, all capable, he says, I am sorry, the way you love me, I cannot reciprocate with you. वो भगवान को विवश कर देता है, ऐसा मार्ग है ये. This particular path makes Lord helpless. The goal of life becomes helpless in front of your love. That process we are given by Rupa Goswami. Please understand. Why we get distracted here and there? Your Rupa Goswami is giving you a path where Krishna becomes yours. He wants to become subordinate to you. Of course, we don't want him, but he wants to become subordinate to you. He wants to become obliged to you. We are anurakta on him, but he also wants to become anurakta on you. That is the path we are following. And that is what Srila Prabhupada has given. In his purport, when he is writing, in his seclusion, he is considering all of us, all of our mindsets, our thought processes. He is addressing all of them and giving us a perfect and clear and crystal clear guidance. This is what you are supposed to follow. And if you do this, Prabhupada said, don't worry, I will take care of you. Whatever you lack, I will provide. That means on behalf of Krishna. And whatever you have, I will preserve. You will not have any dearth, anything. You will not be lacking or you will not be deficient in life. You will be complete self within yourself. In the sense of being blissful. That is the complete self. What is complete self? Not having enough money and fame and wealth and beauty. The complete self is blissful. Founded in Krishna and His service. And being blissful. What Prabhupada said? Chant Hare Krishna and be happy. And being happy is important along with chanting Hare Krishna. You can chant Hare Krishna and be miserable also. Because of your mindset. Prabhupada wanted be happy in chanting and doing devotional service. When that happens, you lack nothing in life. You lack nothing in life. Be sure about it. Be convinced about it. And tread on that path with confidence, without deviation. Then everything is yours. Whatever you want is yours. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Hare Krishna. Is there any question or time available for that? Anybody has any question? Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you for the wonderful class. As you says that we want on the throne along with Krishna, and most of the time we are alone. I'm talking for myself. We are alone. Sometimes the Krishna is there, but we remain there. I remain there. So continuously
association of sincere devotees is the answer. Regular association of very sincere pramanic devotees. Don't give up. Put a break in that. You not with somebody, read the books. Prabhupada is with you. But do not give up association. Association will keep you convinced all the time what I am doing is right. Whatever I spoke today, I'm expected to follow, no? But if I give up association of devotees this way or that way, I will not follow what I am going to speak or what I spoke. It will not be possible for me to follow what I spoke. It will be only possible if I continuously associate with sincere devotees. The whole struggle of spiritual life is to take us down from this throne and let Krishna sit there permanently. After you make him sit there, there is no competition. Shall I keep you there? I come there, or you come down, I sit there, or you go away, I let me sit there, or sometime you sit up, sometimes I sit down. It's not like that. All the time you sit there, all the time I sit at your feet. You do whatever you want with me. I am yours, my Lord. That is what is required. And if you do that now, and you continue doing that, then at the end of the life, Krishna will come and take you. It is not easy to take ourselves out of the throne and let Krishna sit there. That's not for which we have come here. We have come to become lords over here. In whatever we survey, we want to become the boss. For that we have come here. So it's not going to be easy. But when the self is satisfied, the most difficult thing becomes easy. The self is hankering, very difficult. The self has to be satisfied in the process of bhakti. When that happiness comes now, you become very liberal, very dani, very prone to donate and give everything up. Position, power, wealth, resources, want to give because you are self-satisfied. Only a Atmaram can give everything away. Otherwise you want to hold, although you are so-called bhakta. That is why the biggest mercy of Prabhupada is the association of sincere devotees. Any other question? Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Radha Gopinath Bhagavan ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Hari Bol.